India today stands at the intersection of global fault lines. On one side, the United States reviving tariff wars and turning up the pressure. On the other, China cautiously reopening doors after years of tension. And in the middle, India walking a tightrope where every move has consequences for energy, trade, defense, and security. In this video, let's explore how India is managing US pressure on oil and trade, why defense diversification matters now more than ever, and how a thaw with China could reshape the regional balance. Global power equations are shifting again. Trump's return to tariff diplomacy, Putin's outreach, and Zelensky's call for support are making ripples worldwide. But the real triangle that matters for India is closer to home: the United States, China, and India itself. The US is pushing for alignment through tariffs, sanctions, and immigration pressure. China is sending cautious signals of reconciliation, and India is trying to preserve autonomy while balancing both. The first layer of this balancing act is oil and trade. Russian oil. India keeps importing discounted crude from Moscow, insisting it's not the only buyer. For New Delhi, this is about energy security, not geopolitics. Tariff disputes. At the same time, Washington has slapped tariffs of up to 50% on Indian exports like garments, jewelry, and fisheries, visa and immigration pressure. The Trump administration has also accused India of gaming the immigration system while blocking US market access. The result? India is squeezed. Cheap oil from Russia on one side, high tariffs from the US on the other. The second layer is defense. India remains the world's second largest arms importer. For decades, Russia was the main supplier, but Ukraine war disrupted those deliveries. Now, India is diversifying. France for Rafale jets, Israel for drones, the US for advanced collaborations. This doesn't mean a full break from Moscow, but it does show India wants balance, not dependency. Despite US pressure, India continues engaging both Russia and Ukraine. Modi's call with Zelensky reaffirmed India's stance, dialogue, and diplomacy. His call with Putin stressed the special and privileged strategic partnership. NSA Ajit Doval even met Putin, speaking of building a sustainable world order. The message is clear: India refuses to be boxed into one camp. Trump's tariff diplomacy is shaking Indian industries, from fisheries to textiles. Trump's advisor Peter Navarro even accused India of oil laundering, refining Russian crude and selling it onward, indirectly funding Putin's war. Washington's blunt message is, if India wants to be a true partner, it must act like one. The most delicate part of the triangle is China. For the first time in 5 years, India has resumed tourist visas for Chinese nationals. Other small but symbolic steps are happening. Border talks, frozen since 2024, are restarting. Pilgrimage routes through Lipula, Shipkila, and Nathula are reopening. Border trade is resuming. Passenger flights, suspended since COVID, may return by September. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi's visit to India on August 18th could build momentum. These steps aim to enhance trust, strengthen cooperation, properly handle differences, and build stable, sustainable relations. So while Washington tightens tariffs, Beijing is cautiously testing reconciliation. For Washington, this is a dilemma. Former US National Security Advisor John Bolton has already warned these policies risk pushing India closer to rival camps. Instead of isolating Moscow and containing Beijing, the US might be undermining its own strategy in Asia. The US is pressing India with tariffs and demands, China is cautiously reopening doors, and India is carving its own space, balancing oil, defense, and trade. This isn't just foreign policy. For India, it's survival in a divided world order. India is juggling 3 fronts at once: cheap Russian oil to keep homes lit, Western technology to fuel growth, and stable ties with China to keep borders calm. It's a diplomatic tightrope where every step matters. The real question is, can India keep its balance in this triangle of power? What do you think? If you found this breakdown useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next episode.